Alfonso, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Wow, this is great. Hey, Glenn Close, how you doing? Emma Stone, babe, you look stunning. When are you gonna let me take you out, girl? Bradley, my boy, you don't be shy with the night. Hey, I just want to take another look at you. Right? Rami, bro, rock and roll all night and party every day, right? I don't know, I've never listened to Queen. Everybody, stay away from Regina. She almost threw hands in Beale Street. Ooh, now there's a sight. Wreck-It Ralph hanging out with Spider-Man? Woo! Sinister Six ain't got nothing on this duo. Sandy Powell from The Favorite. No joke here. I just really like you. Kendrick, thank you so much for coming. Quick pick. Okay, now, silly one. What's this? Oh, crap. News time. We're going over the Inclusion Initiative. Yes, again, guys. Wait, you're all fans? That means so much.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the Hollywood diversity news that you didn't know about. Around this time last year, there was a whole hubbub about the Academy Awards having mostly white nominees. The year before that, it was even whiter. Everyone made this whole stink about being inclusive and diversity among not just those in the awards, but those outside of them, and the Academy, and movies, and yada, yada, yada. USC Annenberg and Dr. Stacey L. Smith have this inclusion initiative for Hollywood. I've covered their mission so many times before. Just watch any one of these episodes and you'll get the picture. Last year, all of this came to a head when the Coen brothers' favorite lead actress, Frances McDormand, gave a rousing speech that concluded like this.
I have 2 words to leave with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Inclusion rider.
A week after the awards, many outlets, including this one, went to extensive lengths to describe what an inclusion rider is. If you don't know, a rider is a list of requirements for talent. They can ask for green M&Ms, 16 candles, a private bathroom, pretty much anything including working with a certain amount of diverse faces. That's where the inclusion part comes into play. And remember, diversity means not just people of color, but also includes those identifying as LGBTQ and women, many of whom are white because white women suffer too, apparently. Now that, that's a weird mean joke, now that we have the recap done, where exactly is Hollywood in terms of this inclusion rider dealie? So far, in the past calendar year, not many have taken the steps for inclusivity. The only 2 big profile ones occurred nearly a year apart. First, director Ava DuVernay hired all female directors for the 3rd season of her popular show Queen Sugar. Although that's kind of a cheat because she'd done that the past 2 seasons. Then, in November of 2018, Michael B. Jordan, the only actor to do anything thus far, actually implemented said inclusion rider. That's not to say production companies haven't taken the necessary strides either. Sony, Paramount, and Viacom are all ticking the appropriate boxes, whether it's including directors of various backgrounds or creating relationships with those who will open the doors for further diversity. Case in point, my friend and yours, Michael B. Jordan, and it's very true he's my friend, set a first look TV deal with Amazon complete with, wait for it, inclusion riders. Almost a year later, but completely worth it. Jordan is actually putting his career where his mouth is. And if that didn't make sense, then I don't know why I'm here. But the aforementioned studios and this famous actor aren't the only ones stepping up their game. A couple of weeks back, FX Networks received a special award from the Directors Guild for Diversity. Well, the Guild's not for diversity, the award was, although I hope that they are for diversity. No, they are. In 3 years, FX went from pledging to implementing a wide swath of DGA-acceptable inclusiveness. Even Sundance Film Festival is diverse, and that thing is held in a very white and very cold setting. Here are the stats. Women, people of color, and LGBTQ. And don't think only the Oscars saw people talking about diversity. At the Golden Globes, Regina King took the stage to, well, I'll just shut up and let you watch.
Oh, cheers. Cheers. Oh my gosh, one more thing. So often, everyone out there, they hear us on the red carpet and they say, celebrities, we're using the time to talk about ourselves when we're on our soapbox and using a moment to talk about the systemic things that are going on in life. Time's up, times two. The reason why we do this is because we understand that our microphones are big and we're speaking for everyone. And I just want to say that I'm going to use my platform right now to say, in the next 2 years, everything that I produce, I am making a vow, and it's going to be tough, to make sure that everything that I produce, that is 50% women. And I just challenge anyone out there who is in a position of power, not just in our industry, in all industries, I challenge you to challenge yourselves and stand with us in solidarity and do the same. God bless you. Thank you.
50%. That's relatively how the world's population is split up. Give or take, shut up, I don't know. I'm super bad at math. It's a lofty goal, but it's very attainable. And that's the thing about all of this inclusion stuff. Every goal is attainable. For every white dude wanting to go into a writer's room or get behind or in front of the camera, there are loads more people of color, women, and LGBTQ identifying who are comparable or better at the job. The same can be said for executives, anyone below the line, and even groups like the HFPA or one of the academies. All it takes is for enough of those currently in charge to listen. We've been screaming for decades, and we thank you to finally hear us. And I would love to thank you all for just watching and enjoying, and I'd like to thank subscribing and watching one of our other videos. I'd also like to thank following us on Twitter at C+Comedy. Follow me on Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. I'd like to thank you for following us on Instagram at both of those same names too. I'd like to thank you for liking us on Facebook, and I'd love to thank you for listening to the Constitutionals podcast. And thank you so much. Just thank you. Thank you. Don't play me off.